What's up, everybody? Welcome. I'm trying to set everything up and do this at the same time, which is always something very difficult. Sorry about that. That was annoying. You know, it's always hard to try to set up these lives and then try to be on the road while I'm doing it. So, there we go. A little better. All right. So, we are off heading back to work, which I'm pretty happy about. Work has been a little bit on the slow side, but that's okay. I feel like the winters are always kind of slow, and it's no big deal. But we have this one job right now, and all we're doing today is framing a roof on top, which we got to build a header around the existing walls that are there. And then on top of that, on top of the header that we make, is where we're gonna build the roof on top of, you know? And I was just addressed that the roof doesn't have to match the other roof, which it actually makes it easier. So now I don't have to like rip the header down at all. It's all gonna be totally fine, which is nice. So but yeah, so what do we got going on? So other than work, right, which I'm happy that I'm driving towards, other than the fact that it's kind of a bit of a hike, which is no big deal, you know, like Pilot Pat yesterday came over, and man, I just have to say, I really enjoy working on paramotors. There's something about it, right? And so we replaced his pull start because we believed two problems were going on, right? Like, for some reason, his pull gives this weird, like, when he goes to pull it, he only gets a weird one rotation, which will never fire up the paramotor, right? One rotation is not enough. You need 3 rotations. And, well, like, for me, I always found that, like, when I go to start the paramotors, because we all are manual start, I will prime the ball 3 times because the gas tank's on the bottom of the whole setup. So that means we gotta pump the gas up. So normally it takes about 3 primes, 1, 2, and then that third one, it depends on how it feels. It's like the third one is normally like either a half a squeeze, sometimes it's a full squeeze if you're not really running the motor that much, and then sometimes you don't even have to squeeze it at all in the third one. It just depends on how the ball feels, right? Because if it's really a lot of pressure in there, you don't want to force any more in there, really. So then the carburetors on the Vitarazi engines have this little thing on the side of the carburetor that all that pressure that you just build up, you can allow some of the fuel to shoot out into the carb, allowing for an easy start without a choke, right? It's like, it's the way to avoid a choke, which is actually really sweet. And I actually love the idea. But now it comes to the part of actually firing up the engine, right? We primed up the motor. We shot fuel down the car. And now when you go to start the engine, 2 rotations out first. 1, pull back. 2, and 2 being like, you know, when you're pulling it all the way out, you're like rotating the engine like all together maybe like 5 or 6 times when you do what I'm talking about. And then I prime the throttle twice, 1, 2, depending on how cold it is. I might give it a little bit of throttle or no throttle, right? But like today, like this kind of weather, this would be no throttle, it should be, but I will like take the slack out now, right? Like after I did my 2 rotations slowly out, what I do next is I do my little slacks, like 1, 2, 3, 4. As soon as I hit, I pull, and then I always get about 3 to 4 rotations every time, and it fires my motor up. But the problem, like I said, like when I was looking at the Parajet Maverick, right, because that's what I was working on yesterday, Pilot Pat's aircraft, from mine, SkyMax Star frame, the pull starts are in 2 totally different spots, right? So I almost wonder pulling up high and down is the reason why it's a little bit harder to have a technique supposed to like me being so short. I'm right here and I'm pulling out, you know what I mean? I don't grab up high and pull down. On my SkyMax, I grab around my shoulder and pull out, you know, or pull down. I guess in theory, like we're all pulling down, but like I have on the Star, it's like 12 inches away to when it sits on the wheel for me to grab it and pull start. When I realized that the Parajet Maverick is like 19 inches away from the wheel where you grab it and then pull start it, you know? And I'm not trying to say anything that's a bad design or anything. That's the only thing I can come up with to think that is that why it's a little bit harder to pull start. But, you know, I watch a lot of people with the Parajet Mavericks that don't have any issues with starting. Like, you see them, dude, they get on the back just like I do with the Star, and boom, they fire it up. But like I said with Pat, I was trying to, you know, like you can tell that like when we put the new starter on, the pull start itself felt nice and tight. Like, wow, this has got good whine to it. And then, and you can also tell too that, man, dude, that road that I was just on is hands down the worst road ever. I just literally spilled my coffee by just holding it. Sorry, Joe. It's better than the other day when I spilled my coffee all over my center console here, and then I had paper towels, and I was like, oh yeah, great, I have paper towels, and I grabbed all my paper towels, and I was cleaning up, and when I went to go grab my paper towels after I set them down, I set my paper towels right in the rest of my coffee, so I didn't have any coffee that day to go to work. Well, no, actually, if I'm not mistaken, I went and got like Dunkin' Donuts. I actually did it on a live stream, I believe. But yeah, so like, but yeah, so I just do believe that, you know, the Vitarazi engines are very nice aircraft motors to go take up in the sky with. Very reliable, very long lasting, and for me, I'm a huge fan, and I'm trying to get the Pulsar, right, from SkyMax, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of a motor I should put on it, because if I put the MY22 on the Pulsar, which is what I would plan to do, I would put the MY20 on the Star, right? My SkyMax Star that I absolutely love. And I was thinking that do that, and I want to get the MY25, but it's just that I don't know. I'd rather get the other paramotor, slap my engine on there, and then get it like another glider. If I'm going to be spending any real cash, I want to upgrade my glider. You know, I want to get not away from the Roadster. I love the Roadster, by the way. I think the Roadster might be my glider that I could, my forever glider actually, because I just love it, you know. But then again, I have been flying spicier gliders recently, and I've been realizing the difference. Like, whoa, flying a C-rated glider is dramatically different than flying a B-rated glider, right? Like, I have flown the C-rated gliders, right? And I've flown a Snake 20 meter, right? And dude, holy crap. The spiciness of it is wild. And you gotta watch your inputs, like, with your hand, because little inputs go dramatic on that glider when, like, the gliders that I normally fly, big movements, make the glider start to do dramatic things, you know? But yeah, so what do we got going on here? Just checking my map. Because like I said, I'm going back to this job again that we went to yesterday, and I'm really happy to be working. Like I said, work has been on the slower side, but no big deal. Like I said, it's been pushing me to think more about the paramotor life, thinking about how I can start being more with the paramotoring community, like starting up my own paramotor store, and then also paramotor store, I want to go get certified to go do tandem flights. I want to get certified to go and be able to properly train other people. But it's not something that I want to, like, I would rather be more into sales than really teaching people how to fly. But I feel like if I sell paramotors, I thought, how cool would it be then to obviously train certain people, you know? And it's like I would only want to train people that are really dedicated, really want to do it, and I'm not trying to be picky or anything. It's like, you know, what I've realized is, you know, paramotoring is such a delicate sport that, for one, most people can't get past how much it costs to get into it, right? But if you think about it in any other aviation, it is the cheapest way to get into any type of flying. And then, two, once people realize how hard it is to actually kite the glider in zero wind or in high wind, you know, you realize it's not as easy as the videos look. And people's videos, you know, I forgot about my seatbelt. Always forget about my seatbelt. It's really for the people that want it, you know. It's like that strive. But once you practice it and you get it locked in, it does become easier. But as soon as you have that mindset of, oh my gosh, this is easy, that's when you start to hurt stuff and yourself. You know, like, I got so used to never looking at the gliders for my takeoffs that the one day the glider totally felt like it was picking me up, like the glider was fully above my head, and it wasn't. And I went to go full throttle. I had my first prop strike, and dude, that was after 3.5 years of already flying. That's wild to think about. Oh man. But yeah, so like, I don't know, I really want to have a store, and I really want to get a hangar so bad at the local airport, but there's a long line of people, right? And I was told though that where I'm at is not so far behind, because I don't want to say they favor the locals, but they try to give other people the first opportunity if they are in township here, that's nice to know. I just want so bad to be really a part of that airport, and I already feel like I am, because I go there every single day, and I really can't help myself, because when I think about paramotoring, I do truly think about how it totally changed me. And it changed me back into the person that I feel like I always once used to be. You know, that super happy, looking for the adventure. And you know what's funny? I've been really thinking a lot about what I always wanted to do when I was a young kid. And it's funny, I always remember trying to fly with, like, you know, the funny umbrellas that you can get for like a table. I'll never forget, my brother Anthony built like this tree fort right next to the trampoline, and the tree fort was up pretty high compared to where the trampoline sat. And I'll never forget how that trampoline, like with that umbrella. I remember one time too, like, I jumped with that umbrella in my hand by myself, holding onto a gear light off of the tree fort onto the trampoline, and then trying to get up even higher and try to float down. And I'll tell you what, guys, I never floated down any of those times. And man, and if I can remember right, I got screamed at from my parents for ruining the umbrella for the picnic table. Because dude, I totally ruined it, and I was so excited to try to fly, thinking that I could fly. And it's just so funny to think that long ago I had that I want to go flying attitude, you know. And it's like, I think we probably all secretly want that when we were kids. Oh man, you know, it just blows my mind that I run into the sky and have some of the best flights that I could ever imagine. But yeah, so like I said, anyway, we had pilot pad over yesterday. I should have did a live stream of pad over. I always you know, I always feel like a lot of people don't want to be on camera, you know, you never know. Some people always could feel funny about it, you know, and it's like, I don't ever want to put people in that situation. Like for right now, example, like every time I go to these job sites, even knowing that it doesn't matter if I probably kept it going on, I just don't want to hear it from other people. Like, oh, I don't want to be on camera. It's first thing in the morning, whatever. I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to make the job site any harder than they already are. So it's like, that's why I kind of just end the lives a little early before we get there. But today, I'm hoping the way that the weather is, I think that I'll be able to get a chance to go fly at sunset today, which would be a lot of fun. I would love to go do that. We'll see though. Like I said, I try so hard to fly it every day. And with my work, you know, it's like, I haven't had really much work, and now like having the work, I have to jump, you know? So that's the one thing about working for yourself. It's like, when you work for yourself, sometimes it's really great, better than you can imagine, but then a lot of times, you know, you find yourself working every single day, you know, and it's like super hard. And I'm not complaining, you know, I want to work every day. I'm not saying I don't, you know, I want to become something with the paramotoring group. I want to become something with carpentry in the end of the day, because I feel like carpentry is never going to leave me, you know, it's like something that I'm always going to do. But I kind of just wish I was doing it in a different way. Like, I wish I was just doing the deck work right now instead of doing a roof job. Because, dude, once you start doing jobs with a roof, or ladders, I mean, and like headers, bridge, rafters, you know, it's like, it makes things complicated. But this is so small that this one isn't a complicated one at all, this job that I'm actually going to. This is an easy one that I'd be okay with. Like, a lot of times when we're building a roof, I'm standing on a ridge like 30 feet up in the air thinking like, man, if something lets off or if I can't hold it, it's going to be devastating. But it's never been a problem. And really, this is only like I think it's a 12 by 12, and we're just building an A on it when it used to be like a shed style roof in the back. So now we are going to build the A-frame. Damn, I just got past. I don't even want to tell you guys how fast I'm going, because it's not the speed limit. Like I said, I normally don't ever speed, but right here I'm doing just under 60. And this guy just went flying by me, but we are on a road that is a very long straight road that has no lights. It has really no signs on it. I'm surprised that this road is even paved. Dude, I always used to think like this would be the worst road to break down on in the middle of the night, because there's no lights anywhere for miles. And you're out in the middle. This is actually really deep into the woods here in New Jersey, basically, because of how this road cuts through. And this road is cut through to like two major roads, but it's a long haul through it. It's like, I think it's every bit of like 18 miles. Like, say if you had to walk it or something, if it broke down, that'd be a long walk. But, and there's a lot of animals out here. You don't know. But yeah, so like I was saying, yesterday, it was nice, man. I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. I'm hoping to do the same thing today, but get a flight in at sunset. That's the goal, you know, because like today, or I mean yesterday at this time, I was getting to this job. I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, because I knew it was a little bit rotted, but it wasn't as bad as I thought, which was nice. And then after I was done work yesterday, we got the chance to go back to my house, and then I got to almost finish my mom's little master pool deck that I'm building for her hot tub. And it's giving me these great ideas that I can build miniature decks for people's hot tubs, you know? Because it's like, it's weird to think that most hot tubs come in a standard, like, 32 inches high or whatever, but they don't come with, like, good steps, and some of the steps are so expensive, even though that this deck that I built is pretty expensive. But it's like, if you were to have something, like, what would you prefer to have? You know, so it's cool. I'm actually pretty excited that I just did this deck, and I'm hoping to be finished it either tonight or tomorrow. like I said, it depends on the weather. Because it's like if I have a chance to go up in the sky, I'm flying. You know, I can't help myself but not to fly. It's like flying is my life. It's all I want to do. There's really nothing quite like it. And now knowing that SkyMax is allowing me to be a distributor here on the East Coast, I can now start pushing out some paramotors, parts, and like I said, my goal here is to figure out how I can quickly build up inventory, right? Because that's going to be my most important job is inventory, and just keep making some sale pitch videos. I'm not trying to press anybody down their throat about having a SkyMax, but what I'm trying to do is let people know that I am selling, and what I want to let people know is how great SkyMax really is. Like, my goal is, how can I sell a few paramotors and then give one away, right? Or how can I figure out how to build up for a giveaway and keep selling paramotors, right? It's like I'm trying to do both, right? Because it's not easy, it is tough. And I'm in the works of making my website, but I'm trying to make sure that my website is on point with all the parts, all the paramotor pricing. Excuse me. Wow, woo! That was a good sneeze. So anyway, but like I said, oh man, this crazy. Dude, you should have saw the spider yesterday that caved down and landed on my shoulder. Talk about freaking me out. Well, yeah, so like I said, we're getting pretty close to the job now, which makes me happy. I wanted to get here, get this job. Oh man, is this a deer right here? Look at this deer. Deer in the road. Oh, he just shot away. He shot off to the right side. Oh, there he was. Did you see him? Oh, that was cool. That was epic. Dude, that wildlife is my favorite. Definitely awesome. Yeah, so now I am getting a little bit closer, guys. So what I'm going to do is I am going to end the live. But, you know, I want you guys, you know, I'll keep it on for a few more minutes. But, you know, like for me, I hope that all you guys get the chance to ever demo SkyMax, because it really is an incredible machine. And a lot of people are going from the Starframe to the Pulsar for more of the active flying, you know. Dude, but my SkyMax Star, man, is the best for the adventures. Like, I love just getting in that paramotor, sitting back, relaxing, and just going for it, you know. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Man, and all I want is to keep flying. You know, that's really all. That's why I wish that right now we were driving to the local airport, you know, where I wish I was working. You know, that's where I wish my store was. That's the goal. I'm going to get a store, and I'm going to start selling paramotors out of it, and I'm going to also start some paramotor training. So I really am pretty excited about that. But like I said, I'm not going to be really doing it until I'm certified to properly do it the right way. Like, yes, could I go out and show people what I'm doing? Yes. But that's wrong. To me, that's wrong. Like, there's so many people that go out and get that proper certification, that have so many years under their belt, and they have the right to show other people how to properly fly, right? And because they get it, they understand it, they have done it, they have been through it, right? And for me, I want to do it just to watch people's lives change, because there's nothing more exciting than that first flight feeling. And to me, every time I go and fly, as soon as my feet come off that ground, it's like that very first feeling of that very first time. Truly amazing, truly life-changing, and really the best time ever. And really, it changed my life, you know? It put this fear in me that, like, this could be it. And then I realized it was truly the best thing that's ever happened to me, you know, and I just want to share it with everybody. That's why I like sharing my videos with all of you guys. I know that I don't have the best paramotor content out there, but the way I look at it is I show you guys all the honesty of paramotoring. I show you guys all the truth about it. I don't hide anything. I don't show anything like where it's always an easy pull start every single time. I don't show how every time I land it's perfect. I don't show every time I taxi that I'm the best, you know. It's like I actually really enjoy that I show you guys the raw part of it, like this is what it's really like paramotoring, so I have nothing to hide, you know. And it's like, and it makes me mad that when I go and post those videos of a mistake that happens, it's like people's first reactions are like, you're dumb, you should never fly, I would beat your ass, you know, some stupid comments. And then I think about that, and it's like, man, it's really easy to sit there, drink, or whatever you're doing, and then run your mouth while you're sitting behind a screen, right? That's not cool to me. Like, why can't you sit there, have a couple drinks, and be like, damn, that was the crazy thing I just saw. And then if you wanted to write anything, be like, whoa, that was crazy, glad you're okay. Instead of like dumb comments where people act like they're always tough. Because what's funny is that I've realized that a lot of people that have actually talked really bad about me on some of my videos, I've realized now they're following me. They like a lot of my videos. They comment good things on my other videos, you know? So it's just weird world that we live in. I'm here to just share the epic adventures, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm not here to be the best. I'm not here to make this sport look any worse. If anything, if I ever make a mistake, I'm here to share it to hope that none of you make that same mistake, because I fly every day with my cameras rolling. Of course, I'm going to eventually see some wild things. I have seen other pilots make mistakes. I have made plenty of mistakes. I have been so lucky that I've never been really hurt. I blew my knee one time, came out of place because I fractured my knee really bad once, where it popped out of place and I fractured it, and it was really bad. But now, if I do land on my knee with my ankle like twisted at all, my knee will pop right out of place. And I do know how to put it back in, which hurts. But yeah, like the only thing that has ever happened to me that really physically hurt me paramotoring was I flew my one glider that I haven't flown in a long time, and I came to land. When I came to land, I went to flare. And I don't know what happened. I flared, and then, man, it was just the way my ankle, I think, landed on the beach, and I twisted it, and then boom, it was like my knee just came right out of place, and it was pretty bad because I couldn't stand up for a while. I actually had to have another pilot buddy that was with me actually help me, you know, get out of my harness, which was pretty terrible because I fly so much alone that if that would have happened alone, I don't know what I would have had to, I don't know what I would have done. That would have really sucked, actually. Alright, but anyway, I'm actually pulling up now to the job, everybody. So, you know, if you guys want to see me do more live streams and stuff like that, like in the morning, afternoon, drop some comments, let me know. I really do enjoy bringing you guys along for the ride in the morning to my job site. I actually enjoy doing this, you know. I'd rather do this than just come on here and just watch reels or something or just listen to reels while I'm driving, or music. But like I said, everybody, I do appreciate all you guys. I really enjoy all you guys that come on here and watch me. Like I said, I love to do this to see who's actually watching, who likes to see likes to see what I'm doing. You know, that's the whole point of me doing these live streams, and to let you guys know day to day basically what's going on in my life. So, but yeah, so everybody, I'm gonna get to work. I really do appreciate all of you. Make sure you guys always stay tuned, subscribe, like my videos. Make sure you guys leave comments all the time. Let me know what you guys are liking about my videos. And hey, hopefully by this time in the summer, or hopefully in the summer, we will have a store, we'll have some paramotors, and we will be jamming. So make sure you guys all stay tuned. Until the next one, everybody, peace out and have an epic Wednesday. Peace out, everybody.